Hi, I'm Jacob Farron with Sarracenia Northwest, and this is your Carnivorous Plant Care Guide for June 2022. For most of the country, summer is already here. In the Pacific Northwest, we're experiencing typical spring weather at the start of June. Day temperatures are in the low 70s, the sky is partly sunny, and there is less rain in the forecast. The outdoor perennials are perking up. Many of the early season plants, like Sarracenia flava and Sarracenia aureophila, are really taking off and producing their best pictures of the season this month. The late season plants, like Sarracenia leucophila and Sarracenia alata, generally have very thin pictures in spring. They like hot weather, so they produce their best pictures in late summer, a few months from now. Sarracenia flowers are blooming, so now is a great time to pollinate them to create your own hybrids. Or you can just let bees do the job for you. If you want to see a video on how to pollinate Sarracenia flowers to create your own hybrids, check the description below for the link. And speaking of Sarracenia hybrids, we are releasing a large crop of seedling hybrids this month. One of the hybrids we've done is the Kraken crossed with Extreme Green, two very large Sarracenia. We also have unlabeled seedlings that we produce from open pollination. So after watching this video, visit our website at growcarnivorousplants.com to check them out. Flytraps have woken up now that the weather is warmer. They're producing more traps, primed and ready to catch summertime insects. Many are also producing flower buds that will open up later in the month. Hardy sundews are growing lots of leaves and catching early season insects. To care for your outdoor perennials, make sure they're getting lots of direct sunlight. Some Sarracenia, such as the red forms of Sarracenia flava, require 10 or more hours of direct sunlight to maintain their rich red colors. Most, however, are quite happy with at least 6 hours of direct sun. The same is true for Venus flytraps. With warm weather approaching, water will evaporate more quickly, so pay attention to water levels. Keep the soil wet at all times by setting your plants in water trays. If you have a pond, that will work too. Just make sure to use low mineral water. Summer is also mosquito season, so make sure to use mosquito dunks in your water trays to keep these critters at bay. We did a video on mosquito dunks and you can find that link in the description below. And speaking of videos, we have more videos to share with you. If you liked our Grow Carnivorous Plant series, I think you're going to like these videos. I'll talk more about them after I go over the tropical plants. Last month, we put up shade cloth on the tropical greenhouse. The Nepenthe side has 50% shade, while the sundew side has 40% shade. We're also experimenting with an aluminum-based fabric to see if it will also keep the temperature down, since the sundew side can get really hot in summer. The weather is still mild at the nursery, so a lot of tropical plants are looking great. Sundews are plugging along. The pygmy sundews will perk up even more as the weather warms up. Some of the South African and South American sundews might slow down when the weather gets hot, but for now, they're growing really well and appreciating the mild spring weather. Now make sure sundews are getting lots of water and the appropriate sunlight. Partial to dappled sun for most varieties, while a few, like the multifida and pygmy sundews, appreciate full sun. Nepenthes are growing very well now that the shade cloth is up. For a while, some plants were getting too much sun and their leaves started to turn yellow. Some plants, like ventricosa, prefer a bit of shade. Their leaves turn yellow if they get too much sunlight. The plant on the left had too much sun, while the plant on the right had less sun but still produced red pictures. Others, like Alba marginata and falcon, love a bit more sunlight and will develop their characteristic dark colors. As the weather gets warmer, soil will dry out quicker, so make sure to check your plants frequently. The soil should be damp but never waterlogged. Allow the water to drain through. Depending on your location, you can start moving your tropical pitcher plants outdoors for the summer. We have a video about that, which brings me to the very thing I wanted to share with you. In 2020, we released Grow Carnivorous Plants, a set of 3 DVDs with over 6 hours of video. The DVDs are currently out of print because who has a DVD player nowadays? In 2020, at the start of the pandemic, we uploaded the main videos from each DVD to our YouTube channel. Those videos describe the general care of carnivorous plants. Volume 1 described the care for Sarracenia, Venus flytraps, and hardy sundews. Volume 2 covered tropical sundews, and Volume 3 was all about tropical pitcher plants. This month we uploaded additional chapters of those DVDs, which includes a video about growing Nepenthes outdoors. But there are only 2 ways to access those videos: through our YouTube channel or through our webpage, growcarnivousplants.com/videos. When you go to either of these pages, look for the Grow Carnivorous Plants playlist. Then just scroll through the contents of the playlist to access the videos. Anyway, check out those videos, and I'll see you next month. Good growing.